Aquariums Fish Club, a growing community that we've got coming in now from all over the world. People sharing stories and passing on knowledge of all kinds of things. We've had people in that cultivate their own worms to feed fish, to people that breed seahorses. So yes, it's definitely something that's a growing community and some real interesting people that are joining it. So we'll just wait till some people join in and then we'll get underway. Aquascapes, how you doing, buddy? You okay? Thanks for joining us, buddy. How's your day been? Just waiting for a few people to join in, mate, and then we can crack on. Actually, there's a few coming in now anyway. So, Donny, how you doing, mate? Yeah, I'm good, buddy. Yeah, I've just had a nice surprise actually when I got home from work. Yeah, Aquascapes, all good, mate, all good. I've just been when I got home from work, I had something to eat and just having like 5 minutes chill. And the grass in the CO2 tanks like got pretty long, so I decided to give it a trim. And as I'm trimming it, loads of little baby shrimp are coming out of the grass. So yeah, all good. Just a good sign that that CO2 tank's doing good for the shrimp and that. So there's gonna be loads in there soon. Good evening, Ian. Thanks for joining us. Hope you are well. So what kind of things have like in this hobby have kind of like surprised you? What kind of things have surprised you? You know, anything really, isn't it? What has surprised you? Like a few weeks ago, I was quite surprised when someone started telling us from Australia that it's really hard getting plants in Australia. Even though I watch the TV programs that say that, you know, the border patrol programs, kind of know already that it's difficult without linking it, and it is difficult to get plants. So you only get the plants that are native to the country. There's all kind of things that are like really crazy that go on in this hobby. What things have surprised you in the past? If anything in this hobby? Because it's a bit of a mad hobby in it, because things are different for everybody. A few weeks ago, we had a guy from California in that looks after, that has a Neocaridina shrimp in water with 180 GH that thrive, and I have water that's like 5 GH and Neocaridina shrimp thrive in that. So it's a little weird how this hobby fluctuates around the world, really. That's it, Donny. It's if shrimp are breeding, you know it's good, because they're like probably the most sensitive thing in the world, aren't they? So yeah, I was kind of buzzing when I was cutting all the grass and all the little baby shrimp coming out. I was like, yes, it's good. It's a good sign. It's a good sign. So I put about 8 in there. So be interesting. I have seen them. I have seen them buried, but until you see babies, it's not 100%, is it? It's not like 100% nailed that it's going right. So yeah, when you see babies and they're growing up, they're kind of half decent size as well. They're about 0.5 centimetre. So yeah, they're doing good. Doing good. I feed bee pollen in there quite a lot. I dissolve bee pollen in warm water and then pour it into the shrimp tank. So it goes all over the shrimp tank. So it's just nice, fine protein, high protein food. It's good. Good bee pollen. I can use it a lot. I use it on when I see fry in the tanks as well. We have still got fry in that side. We've got Crebensis fry in this side still, and we've got Crebensis fry in this side. They have kind of retired to the back of the tank now. But yeah, they have lost a few. I think they've both probably got about 5 each left, round about that kind of thing, as I can see anyway. But things are going well. Things are going well. Hi, Daniel. Thanks. How are you doing, buddy? Thanks for joining us. Hi, BGN. Where do you get your bee pollen? It's something you can just buy. Yeah, I got mine. I actually got mine off Amazon, but health food stores. It's all good. It's all good as well. Just by the way, I'll show you what I got. Hi, Plug. How you doing, mate? Thanks for joining us tonight, buddy. That's kind of what I got. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, it was on got it on Amazon. It's like, I think it was about £12. But they're just like, well, when you see a bee with the pollen on it, they're like little pollen sacks. Quite oily. They're good for you as well, but you've got to read about them because it can be quite dangerous for you as well if you have a lot of them. But for fish, if you get some warm water and just like drop them in warm water, and you don't need that many either, and just like give it a big good mix up so it does dissolve. It takes a bit for them to dissolve though. It might take about half an hour for them to dissolve, but they do, and they're brilliant. They're really good. They're really good. It's really good for any fry because it's small particles, you see. But for shrimp tanks, fantastic. Really good. You see them, if you pour it in, you see all like you kind of give a bit of a head count on your shrimp because you see them all come out. Yeah, Daniel, it is really good, mate. It is really good. Say you just got to in warm water, just dissolve it. It's quite oily. It's but it's amazing for fry. So I kind of dissolve it now and then pour it into my frozen food. So it's like when you defrost it, so it all goes in the tank at the same time, but it just gets an even spread about. So any fry got something good to munch on. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good, buddy. Yeah, how you doing, Jay? I'm kind of just going on about been saying about the shrimp tank. Well, the CO2 tank. Been trimming the grass when I got home from work, and loads of little baby shrimp coming out of it. So kind of buzzing that the shrimp colony's growing in there, mate. So it's all good. I agree, Donny. Crebensis are amazing parents. They really are. They really are. They're like on it, proper on it until you feed the water, and they just like don't give a damn. But yeah, they are amazing. From like eggs to when they get to about 1 centimetre and they're ready to respawn, that's it. Then you're on your own. But they're amazing parents. Yeah, Jay. You know what, Jay? She did. So I took her out on Sunday, and then we went out again on Monday when it was actually a birthday. And yeah, it was belting. Went to an Italian. Went to a pub on Sunday and just got like a Sunday roast. And then on the Monday we went to an Italian. Spot on, mate. To be perfectly honest, cheers. And I do like a bit of Italian though, to be honest. It's been a bit of a mad week because today is my dad's birthday. And like my dad passed away like 3.5 years ago. So I'll be having a bit of a drink to him later on. He got me into this hobby. So he'd be buzzing with the different types of plants and all that now, and he'd be buzzing with the YouTube as well. Mate, it was the greatest Sunday roast ever, honestly. This pub's pretty decent. It's proper in the middle of nowhere. But every time you drive past it, the car park's hammered. So you know it's got to be good. You know what I mean? It's in the middle of nowhere and it's always busy, no matter what time. And yeah, like it's spot on. Roast sirloin, all good. Your dad's birthday tomorrow, mate. Is he still with us? It's a bit of a mad one. It's been a bit of a mad one. So yeah, but I will have a bit of a drink to him later. Nice, mate. Nice. Value him, buddy. Because my dad just was like fit as a fiddle. Fit as a fiddle, mate. Went to the doctors on a Wednesday. Wednesday was told he was fittest man ever. And on the Friday, massive stroke. Killed him. So yeah, mate, value him because, wow. 1 minute they're here, and then they're not. Cheers, Donny. Yeah, it's actually his birthday. It would be his birthday today, mate, actually. But yeah, cheers, buddy. Sorry, mate, I read that wrong. And yes, happy birthday to your dad tomorrow, Jay, as well. Say value him, mate. Value him. Wow. Jay, that's terrible, mate, isn't it? That's terrible. Yeah, she's gone all right, Donna. She's doing well, mate. She's doing well. She's helped me out loads, actually, with the tanks and that. Normally, if I go to a shop and that, she normally comes with us, gets her out. I will just say, anyone who's watched my video that launched today, guys, top one, because it's kind of like the best kind of launch I've ever done on a video. I have like times where I check and know where I'd like the best time ever. So yeah, it's I appreciate you watching them, guys. I do. It's growing though. The channel's growing. It's doing well. It's doing well. These live streams do help. Yeah, mate, life's tough, man. Life is tough. There's only a few that have it handed to them on a plate, mate. Isn't there? And even then, no one can escape death, can they? At the end of the day, nobody. So crazy. Cheers, Daniel. Cheers, buddy. It's something. It's, to be honest, it's something that they kind of go down well. Tour videos. It's one. It's weird. So I did a tour video at the beginning of the year, and it kind of took off pretty well. And you got like loads of subscribers off it. So you kind of think, nice, they'll kind of watch my videos now. It's really hard getting subscribers to watch your videos. It's weird, that, isn't it? It's weird. It's a weird thing, YouTube. It's pretty hard to get your head around. I enjoy making them, mate. I do. I enjoy doing them, Donny. I do. They are pretty cool. I do like doing it. My videos have got better when I watched some of the older ones. Well, I actually deleted some of the old ones off my channel because I was watching and I was like, oh my god. But when I'd made them, I thought they were all right. It's weird, isn't it, how you do change as time goes and try and now they're kind of edited out. So there's hardly any gaps in the talking. It's hard getting people's attention and keeping their attention. They are coming in better, Jay. They are, mate. It is getting better. It is getting better. Kind of knocked the shorts on the head a little bit as well. It sounds daft, but I used to do an 8-second short every day, but they don't get watched. So, and they take quite a while to do. You know what I mean? Because you can't just like do an 80-second short of anything. It's got to be something's got to be happening. So you could sit there filming for an hour trying to get an 80-second short that no one watches. So it's kind of like, it's one of them. I did put a short on this morning because that tiger lily had sprouted another shoot up to the surface, so I had to go in and cut it off. So when I do, I always kind of do a short when I do that because they always tend to get watched a little bit. And then obviously put a link to the tiger lily video. So, but yeah, hopefully the views are coming, Jay. I'm just gonna go and open my window a little bit. It's got like proper warm in here. So we've got any plans for weekend? What we're going out buying any fish or any tanks? Any tanks, that'd be great. Going out buying a tank weekend. Gianni, thanks for joining us, buddy. Hopefully I pronounced your name right there, mate. I'm Russ. And I'm kind of like just the host of this fish club meeting. What we do, mate, is just a load of people that come in and we just talk, ask questions. If anyone can answer them, we try and answer them. We have people that have come in that have told us all about like doing their own worm cultures so they can feed the fish and Daphnia. We've had someone in telling us about feeding plants, which I found interesting. I've actually gone out and bought some iron and some phosphorus, but I'll go into that in a minute. And then we've had someone in that's telling us about breeding seahorses, buddy. So it's been quite an interesting thing. To say that it's only been going for like 2 weeks. It's been quite interesting what we've been getting in. You know what people have been coming in and telling us and stuff. So it's really it's crazy. I come on here. It's like totally unscripted. You just got to wait for people to kind of like roll in and start asking questions, and before you know it, people start saying, "Oh, I do this," and it's pretty mad. Rocks, no Russ, mate. RUSS. Jay the Plugs put it on there, buddy. So yeah, so someone came in the other day and started telling us, well, I've been looking for someone that does the CO2 thing because it's a new thing for me, the CO2. So it's a learning curve. So I've put some new plants in one of the tanks. One of them seemed to be struggling, and the red plants weren't really going that red as such as what you see when you see the pictures on things like Instagram and all that, and like super red. It's like, right, hang on a minute. So turns out that I need to dose iron, and like and she said, I think they said phosphorus. So that's actually arrived at my mum's house today. So I'll be collecting that tomorrow. So I'll kind of have a read up and see what the dosing is, and I'm gonna dose the CO2 tank with it, and I may just try a little bit into the rainbow tank to see if the iron helps the lotus tiger lily. What I might do is try and like put it in a pipette and target the iron, because apparently if you look carefully when you've dosed iron, you can see it on the bottom. So I might just like target feed the bulb, if you will, kind of a bit of iron around there, and see if it sends the tiger lily crazy. Who knows? Only time will tell, innit? You've got to try these things. At the end of the day, iron makes plants go red. Got to give it a go. It's a growing channel, Guyana. It's 2,000 subs. It's a growing channel, mate. Not every channel on here has 100,000 subscribers, mate. They all start, believe it or not, Guyana. Every channel on YouTube starts with no subscribers, mate. None whatsoever. So bear that in mind when you're mentioning people's subscribers, because everyone starts with 0. So it don't matter. I joined YouTube in 2009 and the channel started 18 months ago. Have you watched my content, Guyana? Yeah. Have you watched it? And the watch hours are there, mate. I'm monetized by YouTube anyway, Guyana. What are you going on about? Just because I've not got 1 million subscribers, buddy. Do you have subscribers, Guyana, by any chance? Have you got any? Where are you at? Where are you at with your YouTube channel, buddy? And I am gaining, like the plug there, Jay says, probably gaining last week 263 new subscribers. So why don't you give it a go, Guyana? If you've not got a channel, buddy, give it a go, yeah, and see how long it takes you, yeah, to get monetized. Because I'll tell you now, if you think it's easy, yeah, if it was easy, everybody would be doing it, yeah. Even idiots like you would be trying it, wouldn't they? So you're not interested for your own channel. Well, there you go, mate. Always criticize people that are doing more than you, yeah. Take a long hard look at yourself. Realize what a knobhead you are, yeah. And why criticize people that are doing more than you? Why? Because you're an asshole. So why don't you just move on? No one's really bothered about what you're saying, Guyana. You're talking crap. Carrie Britton, thanks for joining us. All is well, Carrie. Thank you. Yeah, we just had to deal with a bit of a tool, but hopefully he's moved on now. But yeah, everything's great, mate. Everything's great. All the tanks are doing well. Weekends here, which is more important than anything in it. Weekends here. First week back. Mate, it broke me. I'm absolutely knackered. I really am. You know what Guyana's offering there? Just by the way, guys, right? What Guyana's offering there is bots. He's selling bots. Yeah. I don't want bot subscribers. I want real subscribers. Guyana is a cheat and he's selling cheats. So if you want to cheat in life, Guyana, go for it. But what do you achieve cheating? Just make yourself look a knobhead, mate. So that's what Guyana is up to there anyway, guys. Comes in, kind of slates, oh, you've only got a few thousand subscribers. He's trying to sell bots, guys. He's just trying to make money. It's not Aquascapes. You know what, mate? It's solid. It's solid. I do a full-time job, which is like 45 hours a week. I come home. I could be sat in front of my tanks for 2 hours, trying to get an 8-second short out. That's why I've given up the shorts, because it's every night. Just never rest. And to get where you want to get, you have to put a lot of work in. But it gets to the point, like the live streams, I'd rather do a live stream for 2 hours and talk to everyone and learn while we're here. I'd rather do that than sit filming a tanks for 2 hours to get an 8-second shot. and get no watches, you know. So kind of, I prefer this. It's just a way better. It's a way better method of mixing with and building a community. And I think like the fish, the fish club live thing. I like the idea. I just like the idea of people coming in and telling stories and coming out with stuff that, like, I don't know everything. People were asking me the other day about flower-ons, and I don't know anything about them. I've never had them, but there was somebody in that had flower-ons. So that's kind of where I want it. Can you imagine if there's like 500 people in there? We won't grow. We won't like make out like we're massive or not, because it's not. But imagine like 500 people in there, all into aquariums. So they're all into different things. Not everyone's got the same stuff. And someone asks a question and I don't know it. And someone out there goes, "Oh, yeah, I know this." That's kind of what I grow. I want to grow a worldwide community of people that just join in and have a bit of a chat. Carrie, are you after different equipment? Is that what you're after? I'll be honest with you. Right, so this channel is not sponsored by anybody. If there is a little bit of glare there, guys, right, yeah, but I do apologise. But there's not much you can do about it, because if I put a light behind, because obviously as these start going down, you know, I end up not being able to see me. So I've kind of put a light behind, but obviously it's getting a bit of glare. It's one of them, innit? Can't win. I'm not, like I say, I'm not sponsored, so I can name anyone, but I pretty much, most of my equipment's Fluval, to be perfectly honest, Carrie. All my lights are Fluval, and I have two Fluval heaters in the rainbow tank. I have an Oasis heater there, and what is that one there? And I think that's Fluval there. But I've got the Fluval T range now in the rainbow tank, and I really do like that. Because when you do a water change, you don't have to worry about it being out of the water, because it knows. It's lit. I think red when it's blue when it's not on, and red when it's on. So you kind of know when, you know, it's got a light on it when all the time, and you know actually when it's heating the water. Really good. I do like Fluval gear though. I do like Fluval gear. So if anyone for Fluval is in the chat, only joking. Nobody from Fluval will be in the chat, but it would be nice, wouldn't it? But yeah, Fluval. I love Fluval gear, and I've got the FX4 filter, which is out of this world, to be perfectly honest. So I fed that tank about 10 minutes before we came on air on stream, and it's crystal clear straight away. It's so good. It really is. Like, them FX filters are amazing, Carrie. Unbelievable, MJ, wasn't it? Sorry, I'm just kind of catching up on chat a little bit. Yeah, it's just like bots, mate. But YouTube know that bots don't watch your gear, and it's not right. What everyone needs to realize, really, with Facebook, it doesn't really matter about how many subscribers you've got. As long as you've got 1,000 subscribers, then that makes YouTube happy. That's the level you need to get to with YouTube for like, that's one level of what you have to get monetization. What you need for YouTube to get monetization is watch time. Yeah. So you can have, I've got 2,000 subscribers on my channel, but not 2,000 watches on all of my videos. And that's what matters. So it's like, you can have 50,000 bots subscribing to your channel, but if them bots aren't watching your videos, it means nothing at all. So if there's anyone out there that is thinking of setting up a YouTube channel and they want to get a subscriber count, don't do it, because that means nothing. Subscriber count, any YouTuber will tell you, subscriber count means nothing whatsoever. It's how many people watch your videos. It's all about watch hours. And if you don't know what watch hours are, you need 4,000 watch hours in a 365-day period to get monetized with YouTube. And what that works out as is all the videos you put on, and it doesn't mean shorts, I mean long form videos. All your videos for 11 hours of every single day, somebody needs to be watching your videos to get monetized on YouTube. So if anyone thinks that going on YouTube as a career is easy, yeah, I know it's a big world, right? Yeah, but you've got to take a niche, and it's a niche that you don't want a lot of people in. Honestly, 11 hours of every single day, somebody needs to be watching your content rather than the millions of other bits of content out there. So can you imagine the fight you have trying to get monetized on YouTube? And then you get idiots like that coming along, you know, try to sell your bots. But like I say, guys, if you try to grow a channel on YouTube, subscribers don't mean anything. Subscriber count doesn't mean that they're watching your videos. This is it. You know what breaks my heart? I watch some videos on YouTube that get like loads of views, and you think, why? How are they getting views? It's like, what? I put loads of work in, I edit them and get it all done. I'm not the greatest video editor. God, I'm a butcher when I left school that's now driving trucks. So that's my level of video editing. You know what I mean? But I've kind of watched videos on YouTube on how to do things. The BGN Aquariums logo that comes on my videos, I honestly, hand on heart, said I made that myself, just watching videos on YouTube. So everything is achievable by watching videos on YouTube. It is. It's when I was growing up. So I'm like 51. When I was growing up, there was encyclopedias, and then you'd have a full range of encyclopedias. It'd be like 30 books, and it'd pretty much have loads of stuff in it. Because I won't say everything in the world because it's not, but it had like loads of information. They were great for school. Now it's Google, yeah. So and like, well, now it's YouTube, because YouTube is, you're on YouTube and you can just watch anything, can't you? You can find out anything about anything. If you want to start a hobby, look on YouTube, you know what to do. You know, it's like, you want to know how to do aquascaping, you go on YouTube, watch MD Fish Tanks, watch 5 of his videos, and you know how to set up a fish tank, yeah? Or if you want to set up a CO2 tank, go on my channel and watch my video, and you know how to do that. Only joking, but you know what I mean? It's crazy. I'll catch up on thing anyway. Lighting's bad, mate. It's lighting's a bloody nightmare. Reese Roberts, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, I'm okay, mate. Hopefully you're still there, mate. I have just been waffling on a little bit, mate. Some guy did my nutting a little bit, so kind of when you get this guy came in trying to make out like YouTube is a piece of cake, and it ain't, and it's not cheap either. Well, it's not cheap. I've just invested lots. As the channel grows, I have put money into it. You know, it would be nice to get a little bit of that back, like going out buying laptops, buying editing programs and cameras. You know what I mean? It just doesn't all just fall in your hands when you want to do YouTube. It makes you laugh how people think they can come in and try and sell your bots and things. Oh, mate, Reese, that's terrible, mate. What I'd suggest there, buddy, if you've had a pH drop, I'd get a KH buffer. Go to your local fish store and buy KH buffer, and then just work out how much. Or even ask them how much you'd put in, and the KH buffer will help your pH stabilize, mate, and it'll stop your pH dropping. We've all done it, mate. We've all done it. I did it. I've had it on mine years ago. Say a bit of KH buffer though, make it stabilizes your pH. It's horrible when that happens, though, mate. And it is horrible, isn't it? When I go to work in the morning, all the tanks, the lights are off, and so you kind of don't really see anything. But when I do have I have a camera in the corner. That's how bleeding paranoid I am. And then when I'm on taco break, I'm like, right, I'll check how the tanks are doing. The lights come on at like low beam at 11 to make sure the lights have come on. It's one of them, innit? I would definitely recommend going watching the CO2 video. It is to be honest, it's had for my channel, it's had a good start. For my small channel, it's had a good start. But they do. It's weird. Fish tour tank videos do well. I'd do one every week if it bring in the watches. It's crazy. Is it okay to put fish in a brand new tank with all the right chemicals and cycle without fish for a few weeks anyway? Colour for YouTube. Right, mate. So there is there's a few different ways to do it nowadays, buddy. So to cycle an aquarium, the correct old-fashioned way would to be add ammonia to your tank. So you was kind of like testing. I think it's around, if you can test for around about, I think 5 parts per million, and you add beneficial bacteria, so that breaks that down to the nitrites, and you'll be testing for all these, and then you need bacteria then to do the nitrites into nitrates, and that's your cycle, and that takes 6 to 8 weeks, mate, of doing that, and then you can add fish. Or you've got the frowned upon method of doing the fishing cycle, where you can add a small amount of fish to your tank, and their poop will then, like, you'll start getting the ammonia off their poop, and you do the same thing. Normally takes 6 to 8 weeks to do that. But every time you see an ammonia, you need to keep an eye on it, because there's live things in there. You kind of need to do water changes on that every time there's an ammonia. So you've got a lot of work to do on a fishing cycle, so it's right for the fish, because obviously you don't want to kill the fish while you're doing it. And then you've got, is it C-Chem Prime? I'll be honest, it's not a product that I've used. I think it's C-Chem Prime, and that detoxifies your like ammonia and nitrites. And then there's there's an API one as well. Is it called Clear Start or something like that? And then there's the one I've never even heard of until a couple of weeks ago, and that is that Goop. And you put that in, and you can just like boom, it's like a magic wand. And I think Goop actually makes, I don't know what Goop does, to be perfectly honest, but everyone swears by it. And there's a few methods there, mate. There is a video on my channel about cycling the aquarium. Sadly, I did do it before I'd heard anything about Goop, but I can't make a comment on Goop because I've never used it. So all I can say is, all the comments I've read regarding Goop, I haven't seen a single bad comment about it. So yeah, Reese, that's what you got to do. When I'll be honest, I've done fishing cycles, and when I've done fishing cycles, I kind of like, I used to do a 10% water change every day when I was cycling a tank, even though I didn't really need to. I just used to like doing it. But if I detected any ammonia, then it was like a 25%. There is, Jay, there's so many loads of products out there to do it nowadays. You just get lost in a world of product, don't you? It's madness. You know what I've really struggled getting this week is iron and phosphorus. It's mad. Couldn't buy them both on Amazon. Could buy iron. Couldn't get the phosphorus. And then when I found somewhere that sold phosphorus, it wasn't included in, because I'm not on Amazon Prime. So it wasn't included in the 35 quid that you've got to spend to get free. So I have actually bought it off a company called Swell online, Swell Aquarists. They are good. I've ordered stuff off them before. They're a pretty decent company. So I think I ordered it Tuesday and it came today in the post. So we'll go through that tomorrow though on the stream. Tomorrow we'll have a look at what the dosing is. I'll actually do that offline, but and we'll look at dosing, and then I might try and knock in a little quick video before I start tomorrow of the tank now, and then do a little kind of video of how the tank changes once I've started dosing iron, just to see and show people how iron does make your plants go red. Be quite interesting, I think. I want my red plants to be like in red, you know. I want them they're red, but they've got no like boom red. I'm red, you know what I mean? I want bright red. I want them to dazzle you when you walk in, like you see on all kinds of photographs. I know they can be enhanced a little bit. Maybe they are, I don't know, but I still want my reds more. So it'll be interesting, a video of what iron does, adding iron and phosphorus, and we'll see how it changes the plants. And you never know, because I kind of want to make this channel of like rainbow fish and plants, you know, and kind of then you can kind of mix it up a little bit where you've got a bit of everything going on. You can't just do videos on rainbow fish all the time. It's hard because you run out of topics. So it'd be nice to do different things. Like I have got a few videos regarding plants. Emphasis the cause of colour pigments in plants. Is that right, Jay? Yeah. To be honest, mate, eBay is something I don't really use. I used to use it a lot years ago, and to be honest, like eBay was one of the first buying channels technically on it on the internet. And yeah, mate. Well, it's weird how you didn't realise how much money you're spending when you're not passing any cash over in it. But I spent $4,000 in a weekend. $4,000 in a weekend. Didn't realise either until my credit card bill come. $4,000. I did spend $1,000 on a polo, on a fishing polo. Sod it. You're young in it. It's all paid for now. Still got it as well. So, and I don't know. It's weird, isn't it? eBay is good though, mate. I got some bargains. I got like every Cypress Hill album ever for like a tenner. It's like you don't notice, every tenner adds up, doesn't it? $4,000. But yeah, like I say, Swell. I use the Swell. I've used them a few times. They're not actually that far away from me. They're only in Hyde, where the Doctor of Death, Harold Shipman, was. So it's like there's a little warehouse and you can go. I have had pants off them before, like I say, but they had all the stuff I needed for sea camp. But it's hard getting stuff like that from shops. I went past, I won't name it, I went past a well-known branded fish store that's got a name from down Kent way, and I actually went past their shop on Monday, like 5 to 10. They were open till 10, and the plan was to go in and get iron and phosphorus in there. And it was like, 5 to 10 and parts on WL lines outside. So I rang them and was like, and they're like, no, we only do prime. So like, it's really hard getting hold of like the proper fertilizers that you need. Some of these shops need to concentrate on getting them in, or maybe they're just expensive. I don't know. But yeah, they weren't cheap actually. It's like 17 quid for a 500ml bottle. Not exactly cheap. You've never had this problem before? Is that for red plants, Reese? I just struggle, mate. Don't know what it is. Got good lighting on them. They're red, but they're not as red as I want them to be. All right, sorry, I'm waffling on, mate. What about your guppies? I think with guppies, mate, I think there's a lot of a problem with interbreeding, to be perfectly honest. I think the strain is so weak now with guppies. I think I don't know. I don't really entertain them, to be honest. I've got a few endlers, but that's just in the shrimp tank to keep the detritus worms down. Hassani Sadie, thanks for joining us, buddy. You're a breeder in Tanzania. What is it you breed, fella? This is going to be this will be nice. Hopefully, we get something interesting. What is it you breed, Hassani? Something in there. Where is it you live, Reese? What kind of what's your water like? So is anyone out buying fish and tanks this weekend, guys? I'm gonna I think I might nip into that shop near me and see if they've still got those Australian rainbows. I fancy them, but it has been an expensive week. You're from Wigan, nice, mate. Or do you go into Maidenhead at Wigan then? There at Parbold. That's a great shot, that, mate. Praveen Kumar, thank you for joining us this evening, mate. It's the heat required for planting an aquarium. No, as long as your water's not too cold, mate. But room temperature's fine. Certain fish that need it a little bit warmer. But no, most plants are quite decent in, as long as it's, like I say, as long as it's not freezing cold water. Some plants will struggle in colder water. But if it's a decent, like, not heated, but obviously room temperature, if it's an okay temperature, if you know what I mean. You don't want it like cold water, they're not going to grow too great, but a little bit of heat, but you don't need to heat it to like 78 to 80 degrees. Yeah, Reese, I love that place, mate. The majority of the fish in here, especially the rainbow, every rainbow fish in there is from there. I love that place. It's like about 35 mile away from where I live, but I do like it. It's pretty good. You've got some pretty decent shops there, though, haven't you? Like Pear Aquatics is pretty decent as well, isn't it? That's it's pretty massive, isn't it? As well, there's quite a lot of tanks in Pear, especially if you want plex. When I went in Pear last time I went in there, they were rammed out with loads of different types of plex. I think they are a bit of a plex specialist, aren't they? You just found a new shop. Where's this, Donny? You know what, Donny? It's weird, right? For some reason, I keep thinking you live in Manchester and you don't do. You live Teesside. I don't know why, mate. I think we've both got a mate on Facebook, and I think the same guy, and I think that's kind of makes me think that you live around here for some reason. I'm new to Facebook, so it's one of them, innit? So yeah, I think we're new mates with someone on the same person and that. So yeah, I just automatically think you live around here. When you said a new shop, then I was like, ooh, my ears pricked up. I was like, yes, new shop, that'll do. I don't have a shop, Romin. I just have a YouTube channel. No, I just have a few different tanks and that. I don't have a shop though, buddy. I wish I did. I nearly did have a shop a few years ago. I did look into setting it. I did a business course and everything to set up a shop, but it's getting the initial outlay to do it. Praveen, I have Ruminose Tetra. It's infected with white spot. Any medicines you suggest? Just whatever you can get in your country, mate, for white spot, and maybe look at raising that temperature as well in your tank. White spot struggles at 82, buddy. But I don't like. Depends where you are. Interpet do them. Flu will probably do them. You know, I don't really name brands for like. It's one of them. Is it Escher? I'm trying Escher at the moment. I've just bought a range of Escher stuff. I always like to have it in just in case. Some of my rainbows were looking thin. My blue rainbows were looking in particularly thin, and I'd lost my 2-pack and Sonine, which was proper annoying. So yeah, I've treated the tank with Escher. I can't remember which one, but yeah, the blue rainbows are looking way better for it as well. They are looking better for it, so Escher might be one. That's one that I'd never heard of as well until people started saying about it on Facebook. So yeah, it was nice to try something new and that works. So depends, like I say, it depends what you get in your wherever in the world you are. Depends what you can get. But yeah, Escher seems to be okay for me, to be honest. Romin Singh. I am in Manchester, mate, in the UK. What about you, buddy? Where are you from? Go to CMC. Nice. Yeah. CMC. Where's that, mate? Where's CMC? I'm not sure. That's what it might be, Donny. I won't say his name on stream, mate, but I think we share the same mate. That'll be awesome, mate. If it's I take it's going to be pretty big then, is it, Donny? Converted. Oh man, right. There is a really good fish shop around here, and it is good. But I had a problem with it, and I don't go anymore. But I do miss it. Can't name it obviously, but I do miss it. But I can't go back. Pride. I don't take no BS off people. Can't be having any of that. All right. I did, yeah. Well, where's that, mate? I don't mind travelling, me, buddy. I've got 2 shops near me, and then I do branch out. I do Maidenhead at Wigan. I do Maidenhead at Garstang. That's quite a decent one as well, mate. Because that's not really that far from Wigan, mate. If you've got a vehicle, the one at Garstang's pretty decent. It's an independent shop as well, the one at Garstang. And then I go over to like Finest Aquatics in Liverpool, Pear Aquatics, which I think is on the Wirral. I think it's on the Wirral. It is. It is on the Wirral. And then like going round, there's 2 different. Knutsford Maidenhead Aquatics isn't really that far. It's like a 40-mile journey, but Woodford Maidenhead Aquatics is quite a thing. There's actually an underline. So really, in a 40-mile radius, I've got I'm spoilt for choice with shops. And like the one at the Maidenhead Aquatics at Woodford near me, if you want like a special better, there every time you go there, you're like, God, I wish I had 20 better tanks, because some of them are amazing. I saw a full gold better there once, and it was stunning. I just don't really have any luck with them. But I have never been to India, buddy. No, unfortunately not. Done it. You're gonna have to let us know what that's like, mate. That sounds awesome, doesn't it? So I love a big shop. It's got loads of tanks. But I'll be honest. Like I don't know, Reece, you're in Wigan. Have you ever done Finest Aquatics in Liverpool? Say, mate, if you can drive, then really Finest Aquatics ain't that far from you, mate. It's only the other end of the 57, I think it is. Then that shop's special as well. It's got so it's like saltwater marine on ground floor, upstairs fresh water. And then, so when you've walked and dragged yourself through the marine, because you're just like amazed, because they have like, so there's tanks all around the walls of marine fish, and in the middle is like loads, just like a massive tank with all the corals and all that. So once you drag yourself through that, because you're just like in amazement, and you go upstairs to the fresh water, like there's just so many different varieties of fish, proper decent shop. So yeah, mate, if you can drive, it's well worth going to Premier Aquatics in Liverpool. It's a quality shop. I might have to nip. I may have, Reece, I may have been to it. I did kind of scope loads of shops around here and like screenshotted them all. Spent days driving to them all and checking them out, and the ones that I didn't like, I kind of deleted the screenshot. So yeah, I kind of do quite a few different shops that are in my phone. There's a few in like Leyland as well, mate. It's Aqua One. Is it? It's not Aqua One. What's it called? Oh, I can't remember. If you're on Instagram, mate, friend me and I'll let you know. I've got there's a few shops that are proper local to us. Cause you're like I'm Berry me, mate, so I'm not that far away from you. But there's proper loads of decent shops around there. Classic Pudel, hi buddy, thanks for joining us. What fish do I have? So I have a rainbow fish aquarium. I have an angelfish aquarium. I have a CO2 tank that has celestial pearl Daniels and some nice little albino cories in there. Hopefully they'll all start breeding pretty soon. And there's a colony of shrimp in there. And tonight, when I was mowing the grass in the CO2 tank, there was quite a few little baby shrimp whizzing around. So that's nice to see that we've got baby shrimp in that tank. And then they have a little shrimp tank as well, mate. If you go onto my channel and check out my latest video, mate, all my tanks are there. All my tanks are on the my latest video, which is a tour. If you're not a subscriber to the channel, guys, as well, if you can dink that subscribe button, that'd be fantastic. I am a little bit tired today, guys. That's why it's been a rough, hard week. Sally, thanks for joining us. So cute, Lotus, Anubius, Boost. I love it. That I do have a decent. It's pretty hard to see, mate, because I'm kind of there's a little bit of glare tonight because I put a light behind just to try and light us up a bit. But I didn't think about the glare on the tank. What do you do? But thanks, mate. Yeah, them Lotus are amazing. So I am toying. I am gonna dose iron into the water to see if I can get the Lotus a bit redder. Now, this is what I do, guys, just to let you know. So I kind of like to play. I like to learn by doing things, So we'll add iron to the CO2 tank, but we will add iron. Like I said, I'm gonna just dose a bit of iron on top of the bulb of the lotuses and see how it goes, isn't it? See how it goes. I like to tinker and see what works. I believe in phosphorus, you have to be a little bit careful. In fact, I think it's phosphate you have to be careful with for algae. But when I've read about the sea chem phosphorus, it was like you don't have to worry about algae. So yeah, that'd be interesting. So, but we'll do that journey together on the live streams and that, and we'll see how it changes over time. Like we'll document it on camera anyway, but we'll see how dosing these things change. The plant apparently phosphorus just makes your plants grow a bit healthier and stronger, which can be all good. On top of the APT that I already dose. So sorry, my laptop went off when I've told it not to go off. Yeah, it did. So don't know what that was about. Aqua Fanatics, cheers, buddy. Thanks for joining us. How you doing, mate? Hope you're having a nice Friday evening. If you go on Google and type CMC Wigan, I will, Reese. I will check that out, buddy. After stream, I will check that out. I'm not sure is it a decent sized shop? You're spoiled for choice, actually, in Wigan, aren't you? There is quite a lot of shops in Wigan, isn't there? Thinking about it, there's bloody loads. Because I spent a day in Wigan, going round Wigan, and probably about 5 or 6 shops. That's where I kind of fell in love with Maidenhead at Wigan, because that's just awesome. He's got some special fishing Maidenhead at Wigan, and he gets some decent fishing. Sell it, yeah, all natural, mate. All natural. Nothing plastic in my tanks apart from the pipes. That's about right. Nothing plastic in these tanks apart from the pipes. Everything. I don't have a thing against plastic plants. Each to their own. But yeah, I'm kind of not into the like crazy pink gravels and plastic plants. It just doesn't do it for me. I like to grow plants. I like to learn it, and yeah, I am learning it. It is a learning curve, mate. It is a learning curve, but I love the natural. I love it. I love growing plants. I've spent quite a lot on because it's a learning curve. I've lost plants, but like this now with the iron and phosphorus, I think I might be moving up to another level of being able to grow some more advanced plants. I stepped up to advanced plants in the CO2 tank, but didn't step up the fertilization. I just thought that the fertilizer I was using would be enough, but apparently for red plants you need more iron, and it'll just make them generally more healthier with a bit more phosphorus. I don't really even know how much you have to dose, so because I've never seen it before. So when I collect it tomorrow, we'll do it. We'll do it on the stream tomorrow. We'll have a gander and see what it's like. P.S. Thanks for joining us, buddy. Hope you are having a great Friday evening. If it is Friday evening, wherever in the world you are. Currently is Friday evening here, though. And I was going to have a couple of beers on stream tonight, guys, but I forgot to get some. So I'm on fruit juice instead. White fish. I love to touch them. But it hurts. Don't let me buy them. Why do you like to touch fish, PS? Just an interesting... just interested. You love to touch them. I'm quite intrigued now on what the answer will be. Or maybe. I shouldn't have asked. We will soon see, hopefully. Yeah, plug, you right there. So I do that euthanasia video, and I did push my luck and put it out on advertised it on all the Facebook groups last week, and I actually thought I was going to get banned and didn't get banned off any of them. So that was pretty mad. But people were saying, why are you spending loads of money, expensive medicines, when they're just a fish? And I thought, have you seen the price of fish nowadays? You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, you've got to kind of... Some people have a really bad attitude regarding fish. Like the euthanasia, it's not surprising why the groups don't like you mentioning it, because the chat's toxic about it, and it just shows some people's level, you know. Those that are like, it's just a fish. If you think it's just a fish, why are you looking after them? Oh, it's obvious you don't really care about them, you know. You've got to, it's a living thing, innit? You've got to kind of, got to look after them. Simple as. And they're not cheap. It'd be all right if they were like bloody cheap, but they're not, are they? Well, it wouldn't be all right, would it, at the end of the day? But it's just like some people's attitude's terrible towards them, really. Say a lad I went to school with, his dad definitely put the terrapin in the local like pond in the village I grew up in. Definitely. Because I think I caught it a few years ago. So definitely hooked up into it anyway. It's like a £5 stone. You can't get it out. It's massive. But I know for a fact that I don't know for a fact that's wrong. But my dad, at the time when we were at school, my mate had a terrapin, and he came home from school one day, and his dad had said he took it to Blackpool Zoo. Now, I live in Manchester, and Blackpool's about 50 miles away. So it's a 100-mile round trip to take that terrapin to Blackpool Zoo, and we didn't really think anything of it. My mate was obviously pretty peed off, and think nothing of it until one day I'm fishing in a pond in the village where I grew up, and I hook into this thing that feels like a stone. I feel like I've kind of snagged the bottom, but it's moving. And someone else on the lab said, "You've got the terrapin, mate." And I was like, "The what?" He says, "One person had it out last year, and it weighed £5 in weight." So I was like, so the guy said, "Who'd dump a terrapin in a lake round here?" And straight away I thought, my mate's dad was proper tight. There's no way in the world. When he didn't question it when we were like 11, 12-year-old. £5 in weight, Jay. £5 in weight. Unbelievable. Like, so, so we didn't question it as a kid. But when you get older and you're a little bit more cynical, you think, no way in the world, man. He was proper tight. You know, he was like, he used, let's put it this way, he used to use a tea bag 3 times, right? So someone who uses a tea bag 3 times isn't doing an 100-mile round journey dropping off a terrapin when there's a lake 100 yards away from his house. So yeah, man, I put my Columbo Mac on, and I sussed it out well and truly. He definitely dumped it in there, and it survived. But it's weird because round like all the way around the northwest of England, I can only speak for, but the canal system in the northwest of England is like full of terrapins. And on a warm day, if there's like any like wood float in the canals that's like just like bobbing away, if you look, there tends to be a few little terrapins like chilling on the wood on a warm day. It's mad to see that like terrapins are in our waterways now. I don't know how long they'll stay in, the way United Utilities keep dumping crap into them, but yeah, it's a weird one. Those koi guppies, Reese, are proper nice. Are you going to Maidenhead tomorrow, mate? Are you? I haven't been for a few weeks. I used to go in there like all the time. Dave in there is proper decent, mate. See Dave. I don't know if you know who Dave is. Hopefully you've got a pretty decent relationship with Maidenhead at Wigan, mate, because it's good to get a good relationship with your shops. But because I do like Dave in there, mate. He's the one to go and see. He's like the big guy. But what he's probably forgotten more about fish than what I know. You know what I mean? It's crazy. He's like proper. I think he is fucking hooked into Google. I'm pretty sure of it. Sorry for swearing. Tired. It's crazy, Paul. It's crazy, Jay, innit? It's yeah, mate. But I think he's definitely done it. Just making sure I'm cracking the tank there. Sure. A little bit near. But yeah, and it's honestly they are all over the waterways now. So they are getting dumped and they're gonna eat young fish, aren't they? So technically our waterways are now like probably being savaged by terrapins. It's the untold story of our waterways. But yeah, definitely, mate. It's wrong, isn't it? Yeah, Reese, I would. Yeah, mate. Go on. Do you know Dave? Do you know Dave there, Reese? He's proper decent, mate. He's proper decent. He's the one I go to for anything because he will mix. He will get you males and females. If he's got males and females, mate, he will mix them up for you. He's really good. He actually say how good he is, right? Yeah. When I bought my green phantom plex, they were really small, and he kind of had one in the net, and he was holding it, and he was like, "It looks female," so he put it in the bag, and then he got another, and he was like, "It kind of, I think it's male," and he says it's got more fight in it in the net. He was like, "I think it's male." And lo and behold, they were male and female. It's proper like he's a clever guy. And like any of the fish, if you go in looking at fish there, he's straight out of his phone because like obviously no fish have the true colours, do they, in the tanks? You know, until they're proper settled, they're never going to settle in a shop environment. So yeah, he's out of his phone and he'll show you pictures of what they look like when they mature in the full colour. So he's like, he lives and he just like lives aquariums and that. What's going on, Levosa? Thanks for joining us this evening. I'm almost off work, getting ready to leave now. I will join back when I'm at home. Well, we'll see you when you get home, buddy. Nice to finish work though, mate. And I finished a couple of hours ago. No problem, Jay. See you in a bit, buddy. See you in a bit. I'm just gonna grab a drink, guys. Won't be a sec. So while I'm away, this fish club is it's growing, guys. It's like 2 weeks old. I think this is like the 7th or 8th like fish club meeting. And what I want to do is kind of grow it to a community of like, well, endless amount of people that are into this hobby that can spread knowledge and that. And up to now, it's been really, really good. We've had people from Australia telling us stuff, had people from America telling us how they do things. We have a regular person that comes to the meets now who breeds seahorses. So when you've got some, like I say, it's 2 weeks old. It's 2 weeks old. This fish club stream. So, but in that short period of time, the amount of people that we've had in that have like so knowledgeable in their field, it's been amazing, guys. It really has. Sorry, I'm just trying to move everything out of the way so I can still see my PC and still see the laptop and that. But it's been amazing. So like I say, so it's been only 2 weeks, and last week I think it was like probably 10 days ago, and this guy comes in and he's breeds seahorses. And you know what I mean? It's just like you kind of feel special when someone who does that comes in because it's not something you see every day, is it? You know, it's like it's a rare thing, isn't it? You know. Robbo, thanks for joining us this evening, buddy. Nice tank. Do I use CO2? Actually, no, mate. Not in this tank. No. I only have CO2 running in one aquarium. That's a little 60 litre fluval spec. it's a trial and error thing at the moment. I'm learning it, so but we'll try and learn all that together on the streams now as well. But no, mate, in this tank here, it's just normal. I do fertilize daily. There is a fish tank tour going, mate, at the moment. I just put one on this afternoon. I have 4 tanks, but only one of them CO2, and they are all fully planted. They're all decent. I've got them looking pretty decent, mate, to be perfectly honest. It's trial and error, innit? But the CO2, I know what you're saying though, buddy. CO2 is another level. And like the growth rate. So the growth rate with CO2 just helps, obviously, with like algae growth and things like that. And that's kind of what you're up against in a normal freshwater aquarium with no CO2 is algae growth. Always like you're always going to get a level of algae. You still get a level of algae really in CO2, but a lot of my tanks are quite anubias heavy as well. So with them being slow growing, they're obviously like a bit of a ground for algae anyway, mate. But I do like algae. I do like CO2, mate. At some point, I probably will introduce it into this tank. But what I'd probably end up doing is removing all the anubias out and have another crack at Monte Carlo as an epiphyte. But I do kill Monte Carlo quite a lot. I am proper good at killing Monte Carlo. I reckon I could be in the Guinness Book of Records for the amount of Monte Carlo I've killed. But cheers, Robbo. I would go around the tanks, but the lights are kind of dropping now, and you don't really get a great effect. But we do a stream on the Saturday afternoon as well, mate. So you'll be able to see it if you come back tomorrow afternoon and have a look at the tanks. Or even, like I say, have a look at the tour that I've done, the tour video that I've launched today. But we are back tomorrow afternoon from it's going to be like 2:15. Just gives me a little bit more time because I go shopping on a Saturday and a few things to do. So just gives me a little bit more time, so I'm not mad rushed. I like to get a cup of coffee going and things like that, especially on the evening ones at the moment. And like the past couple of days have been a nightmare. I've been up crack of dawn because my car had to go into the garage for an MOT. And then yesterday work broke me and I didn't finish till late. So that meant I didn't have my car because it was still at the garage. So I've had to get up at the crack of dawn this morning to go down to the garage and collect my car. So I am proper knackered, but life, innit? That's what you got to do. But yeah, come and join the tank, join the stream, so mate, and I'll go around all the tanks anyway and show you them. The CO2 tank is a learning curve, but I'm kind of happy with the livestock in there. So today I've found some baby shrimp in there, so it's nice to see shrimp breeding. I know shrimp breed like rabbits only when it's right, only when the conditions are right. So it's nice that my shrimp are breeding in there. So yeah, mate, Reese, he is awesome for that. He's a great bloke, mate. He really is. You go in there and he's like, right, Dave's there. See him. I shouldn't have said his name. Not called Dave, really. But yeah, he's a top guy. So knowledgeable. I have a good shop near me, and I don't really like Maidenhead Aquatics. I think are had like a franchise. I think maybe I might be wrong there, but I think they're a franchise. So it's not as bad. But there's a shop near me, and they've won practical fish keeping koi supplier of the year for the past 2 years. I think they'll probably win it again this year, but that's only around the corner for me. It's like a couple of miles away, but that's a great shop. So, have you been thinking much about your angels? Yeah, Donny, I am, mate. I am thinking about swapping them out. I have a dilemma. So, I do love the angelfish, but they don't do anything, as I've said many times. They're a little bit boring. I like a little bit more action. So last week when I went into another shop near me, they had some Australian rainbows. So that's quite an interesting one. Maybe swap them out for that. But I kind of want some tiger barbs. I love tiger barbs. There's something about a tiger barb. So yeah, Donny, I am thinking about getting rid of the angels, mate. And I know when I get rid of them, I'll regret it. I know I will, but I also got to kind of look forward. Say they don't really do much. This is the first stream that he's not been there in it. As everyone, if anyone knows him, streams comes on the stream regular. The angelfish is normally there on the corner there. He's actually there, but no, that's the first time. It's the first time he's moved in 18 months. Oh, he's just remembered actually. He belongs here. There you go. You know what I mean? That's where he lives. That's where he never. That's the first time in 18 months he's moved outside of the tank. I'm pretty sure. So, and me mentioning it, he must have thought, "Oh, sugar, I am actually. I'm supposed to be over there." Because he sits there. He's like a parrot. My little parrot sits on my shoulder. Never moves. Funny as. But yeah, that's one of the reasons why they're just a little bit boring. I like a little bit of movement in the tank. But I do toy with the idea that the tiger barbs might ruin the lotus. So it's like, your favourite fish are clown loach. I do like clown loach, mate, but they're just a little bit, should we say, boisterous. It's not really aggressive either. They're not aggressive. I know they like. I did have clown loach in here, mate. I put clown loach in there to get rid of all the nearite snail eggs, which they did really, really good job of. But then they got rid of the nearite snails as well. So and stopped everything breeding in there because as soon as anything started breeding in there, they were in getting all the eggs. So I ended up netting them out. But I love clown loach, mate. They are just beautiful. They're just a little bit of a. You can't have them in any tank if you try to do any breeding, and that they're just horrendous. He's crazy, isn't it? He's is he still really gone? He's proper. Oh, he must be trying to cop off. He's come back over here. He must have had the tag on his ankle taken off or something. But he is always there. It's crazy. He's just permanently sat there. He'll be back there tomorrow. I guarantee it. Robbo, yeah, mate. That's the thing. Tiger barbs are a little bit nippy. They are nippy. You got to watch what you put them with. So like the angelfish would come out. The angelfish would come out to make room for them. But there's nothing really in that tank that they like really nip at. So any good places in Manchester? Yeah, Reese. There's like Ashton Underline's got a decent Maidenhead Aquatics, but it's a little bit pricey. And there's like there's a shop near me that sell koi. Well, they do everything, to be perfectly honest. They've just actually wrapped up the marine, but they have quite a nice little freshwater as well. That's called Complete Koi and Aquatics. And then the other side of me, same distance away, but like in opposite directions on the road, there's one called Cascade. That's pretty good. They both sell pretty much the same thing though. Both two decent shops. But you're spoilt in Wigan, mate, because there's nothing like that. There is one in Stockport. I won't mention the name. That's one I'd love. It is a great shop. But I had a problem with it. So yeah, don't go there, Reese. But do you drive, Reese? Do you drive? It's yeah, it's not. There is. I think there's Oasis in Manchester, but I've heard that's closing down. That's pretty poor. But that was pretty decent. But that was more marine Oasis. And there's Urmston Aquatics. That's pretty decent as well. Urmston Aquatics is pretty decent. That's just off the M60. So, and it literally is on the junction of the, like, as you come off the M60, it's right on the junction there. That's pretty decent. But yeah, it's not really one that I go to very often. I don't know. Do quite a lot of lizards and spiders and things like that. That's probably why I don't go. Spiders, don't do them. How big's the tank you're selling, Reese? Oh, Robbo, they are. They're like your girlfriend's parents when you're a teenager, innit? If you know what I mean, regarding breeding, you got no chance, no chance. They're into everything. When I had them in here, I'd checked out of the shop if they'd take them off, and they said I would. But catching 5 clown loach in there is horrendous. It's full of caves and everything. So I was like, oh, it's gonna be a nightmare. But knowing what they're like, so if you put an algae wafer in the water, you know the first fish at it are all a clown loach. Nothing else gets a look in. So yeah, it was a algae wafer in a net into the tank. 5 minutes. Well, not even 5 minutes later, all 5 of them netted. Boom, done. It was like dead easy. Little trick to get them in. Pause for thought. Pet leads. Is that good, Robbo? Yeah. So where are you, Robbo? I take it. Are you Yorkshire way? Are you? Ooh, I'll have a look at that. Pause for thought. There is one actually in Bradford that I've seen as well. I need to try and check out. And there's one in where is it now? I think there's one like Huddersfield way as well. Looks pretty decent, and I've always meant to check that out, and I keep forgetting where it is. $72 litre. Nice, mate. Nice. How much are you looking for that, mate? I'm not. Don't get me wrong, mate. I'm not asking because I want to buy it, because I have no room for any tanks at the moment in there. But someone in might be thinking, "Ooh, I'll have a bit of that." It is, mate. Right, so rice Robbo, yeah. I'll have a look at that actually, buddy. I will Google it and see what it's saying. I'm always willing to travel for somewhere decent, you know, because there's a rarity in it. It's like there's a shop near me that sells shrimp as well, so that's quite. I am kind of half lucky, just not as lucky as Reese, because Reese has got like there's loads of aquariums in Wigan. There's not that many around here. There's I think is there a pretty decent sized aquarium, Robbo, in Huddersfield? It's something like H2 Aquatics or something like that for the area. I can't think what it is. Oh man, I've drove past it a couple of times a couple of years ago working, and I can't rightly remember. I know it's Yorkshire way, pretty decent size. Pause is the best. 40 years, one man band, knows everything. That's what you need, Robbo. It is what you need. It's the same as like what I've been talking to with Reese there about Maidenhead at Wigan. the guy there, he's been in that business all his life. So I know when it's your hobby, you kind of learn things, but when it's your business, you kind of go to another level, don't you? And it's good when you've got people that are in it, just a hive of information. They're the kind of people that we want coming into this, you know, that can just give us a general outlook on what they do. Because I'd like to speak to someone. I'd like to get a general feel of what everyone thinks about like buffers in waters and things like that. You know what I mean? Because it's like some shops frown upon putting buffers in waters, and some recommend it. It's a weird one. And when I've done Google polls and things like Facebook polls and things like that, it's proper mixed with people using buffers. Staffer. I heard aquariums are really bad for fish. I've not had any of mine complain, mate, I'll be honest. And they all can do. Feel free to complain. But I think if you're looking after them and stuff, I'd say there'd be a problem. My fish are perfectly happy. They wouldn't be breeding if they weren't happy, mate. It's the way it is. If your fish aren't happy, they're dying. Anyone pretty much in the hobby will tell you that, mate. So if they're happy, if they're not happy, they're stressed. If they're stressed, they get disease. They die. It's as simple as. So yeah, fish aren't great in bowls, mate. Little bowls that you used to get years ago when you know. And you can still buy them, little bowls. It's like, I've got a little 1 foot tank there. And it's just got I keep taking endless out of it because they breed like rabbits, don't they? But it's a little shrimp tank. I wouldn't really dream of putting anything bigger than that in them, though. It's common sense, staffer, really. You know, look after them and they're going to be happy. I paid $210 for it. I'm only asking $120. It's on a 4-month-old. All selling like big tanks. I'm the same, Reese. I love my 2 big tanks, but I have like 2 smaller tanks, and I do like them as well. They are they all have their own appeal, but big tanks are just 100 times easier to look after than a small tank, which is mad, isn't it? But they are. You've got way easier looking after the water in a massive tank than it is in a small 1 foot tank. Are you a discus fan, Robbo? Yeah. They are beautiful, aren't they, discus? They are beautiful. I'm going to have to check that out. I'm up Leeds, mate, 3 times a week on my job. So I'm going to have to look for that and see where it is. Just where it is, because like I said, I do Leeds. I'm in Leeds and Bradford all week, so I will have to be checking that out. I like checking out new shops. Is that for the discus tank there, Robbo? God, you'd cringe at how I do my water changes, mate. My water changes are straight from the tap. Don't let it stand. Nothing. Dechlorinate. I add buffers. Because my water around here is like 0 kH, 0 GH. Soft as hell. But yeah, I just straight from the tank. And I don't have a problem with it. I never had a problem with it. That's why I kind of always done that way. Hose pipes. Just a lot easier than messing about with buckets and stuff in it. I do, Robbo. I love it. I love. Someone came in the other day and they were like asking about monster fish, and I had arowana. Just like it's just amazing, aren't they? But they all have their own like different traits, don't they? They're all, you know, like I'll be honest, like in the morning, for the first couple of hours of the day, like the blue rainbow fish is spectacular. The male one, anyway, you know, the blues are proper electric, like proper gorgeous, deep electric blue. And then they have this like orange band and it flashes on their head, you know, and they use it to attract the female. So first like couple of hours in the morning, they are like proper special. Like pretty much all the rainbows are. In the evening though, my Susie rainbow fish light up in the evening. And I should have really looked over. Like I've not really checked them out tonight because I want to show you because there's something else in the evening. During the day, when I stream during the day and show them, they're just like a silverfish. But I just can't really. The tanks are like way too dark now to see any colour on anything really. I'll check it out, Robbo. When I come off stream, mate, I'm gonna check it out to see where it is because I deliver to shops around Leeds and Bradford, so you never know. Maybe a little gold mine round the corner from where I take breaks on the taco breaks and like don't know about it. But I will definitely be checking that out. Right, it's Robbo. I've never had discus, mate. I've never had them. So they're hard water, mate. Yeah, it's like RO water. That's another level again, then, isn't it? Getting your water right. It's a learning curve, everything like that, isn't it? But yeah, I've never had discus, but they are stunning. Like the shop near me's got a tank, and they're full of them, and they're beautiful. They are absolutely beautiful. I'd like to try marine. I would like to try marine. That's like where I'd like to go at some point. I will go there definitely, unless it comes like really hard to get hold of it. But I'd love a big marine tank. Who knows? Who knows? As the channel grows, we may end up doing a marine tank. We'll kind of do it together. But as the channel grows, and I'd have to move, so it won't be next week. I'd have to move because there's no room in there. I'd like if I'm gonna move, I'm gonna move. So it's weird. You kind of like think, right, if you was gonna move out, there hasn't. I'm in no position where I could afford to buy an house at the moment, but there's an house around the corner from my mum's, and it'd make the garage alone would make a great fish room because it's pretty big. It's like a pretty big double garage. It'd make a great fish room, but you need to win the lottery for sure. Oh, where is that shop? Where's that shop? Guys, if there's anyone who's not subscribers to the channel, if you could just ding the subscribe button, that'd be fantastic, mate, and the like button. I've been a little bit tired tonight, guys. I have, so I do apologise. It has been a quiet stream tonight, though. To be honest, Friday nights, I guess people are out and about, but it has been quite a quiet stream. I'm gonna look into that, Robbo, for sure. So we'll just go into a little bit about this channel. So The channel's 18-month old. It's started off. Well, I started the channel 2 years ago. It was just basically everything aquarium based, and just never got anywhere. So I kind of gave up on the channel. And then another YouTuber who does shrimp, Richard at Fish Keeping Answers, kind of asked why I'd not been putting videos out, and he kind of gave me a bit of advice regarding YouTube. So I narrowed it down to rainbow fish 18 months ago. So the channel is now rainbow fish based, and I have kind of done a little branch off to do it planted aquarium based as well. So the planted rainbow fish aquarium based kind of channel. The channel's growing. It's growing pretty well. In the past 18 months, I've gained over 2,000 subscribers, which is absolutely brilliant. I've kind of like semi-monetized. As you can see, there's like the super thanks and things like that, which is just like a tipping system for people that want a tip. And then I'm not that far off on the watch hours to get full monetization. So that's kind of where I'm at on the YouTube at the moment. Put a lot of work into this channel. We did have a little guy that came in before that kind of probably throw me off a little bit tonight. Came in and slagged off the amount of subscribers I've got, and then tried selling me subscribers. Well, he didn't try selling me subscribers. We just kind of sussed out what he was up to. To be honest, he's kind of like he did my head in a little bit tonight. To be honest, because he was a bit of a tool. So he's kind of like knocked me off sync a little bit, because you don't need idiots coming in. And I know it's just something I have to get used to. Obviously, you're going to get your idiots coming in. But yeah, we did suss out that we just try to sell bots. So yeah, he has kind of thrown me off a little bit tonight. Now. There's 2 shops. You want the one on York Road? He will give you credit for your fish too, if you have many. That shop from day one. They have marine fish too. I'm going to have a look at this, Robbo. I'm going to have a look at it, mate. Really interested in that. I like new shops, mate, and I am willing to travel. I am. If it's decent, I'll travel. And the 62, if I go during the day, getting back on the 62, probably give it the kiss of death. But I will definitely check it out, mate. There was like the shops around my way used to do marine, and they've all wrapped it up in the past year, really. They've all wrapped it up. The nearest place to me, I think, to do a marine is like Oasis in Salford. But I have heard that that's closing down. But I might be wrong, so I'm not sure. Well, then, like I say, Premier Aquariums in Liverpool, which is awesome shop. But I will be coming up to Leeds, mate. Definitely, I'm gonna check it out when we come off and see where it's at, and see if it's anywhere near the shops, and then I can kind of time it. I'll do my taco break at the shop for sure. Coral's a nightmare. I know, because to be honest, mate, less than a week ago, someone came in and they were talking about they had a marine tank, and they were like, they all get like target fed different foods and things like that. It's proper crazy. It is crazy, but with the price of corals and the price of marine fish, it is something you really do need to research first. You know, you can't just go out and set that up. You've got to research, and unless you're like made of money. And I don't really know many people that can throw thousands of pounds at an aquarium and not give a damn about it, you know. So it's something you need to proper research. But yeah, I would love one. I drive past an house regular that I know have got marine tank in there because it's just a blue light. So it's either marine tank or permanently on the sunbed. But yeah, I'd just knock on, because I know the woman who lives there. I kind of knew her sister years ago. But yeah, I'd knock on and try and get a bit of get knowledge off. I'd rather see how people do it. You know what I mean? rather than just read about it. Or like, I'd rather see physically how people do stuff. Robbo, it is unbelievable, mate, how many tools are about. Honestly, he ended up getting blocked. I've got some pretty decent mods that come in, so yeah, they soon binned him off, mate. But it just like, it's one of them, you know what I mean? When you're new to doing something, you get someone coming in and like, oh, why have you only got 2,000 subscribers? I was like, oh, how many have you got? It's like, not got any. No, well, shut up, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, he kind of like, yeah, it was a bit weird, mate, really. Kind of like, he knocked me off sync. Mate, Reese, I'm not a really big guppy fan, mate. I have endlers in my shrimp tank just to keep detritus worms down, mate, but they wouldn't really fit in any of my tanks. I don't think they wouldn't. You know what I mean? It's my rainbow tank. You can keep them with rainbows, but yeah, guppies are all right for if you want to make quick money, I suppose. But yeah, I've no tanks that guppies are going to, mate. The CO2 tank is only small, but that's got a dozen celestial pearl Daniels in. And I wouldn't mind trying to get them to breed. You know, I've not looked into breeding CPDs, but I will do. I will look into it and see what you need to do just to prime, maybe prime, get it ready. But thank you for the offer, though, Reese. I do appreciate it, buddy. I'd swap you for a load of Renubius because I've got a 10-ton of Renubius me at the moment in buckets from when I broke down my original CO2 tank and then rebuilt it. I've got a massive tub of Renubius that came out of the CO2 tank because Renubius might be a slow growing plant, guys, but when it's got CO2 injection, it's pretty rapid. Guppies are one of them things, mate, aren't they? They just breed for fun. I watched a video actually the other day. It was pretty. I don't really know how I felt about it. It was a bit weird. This guy was. So he had tanks with duckweed and guppies in there. And he used to take the duckweed off to feed the carp. But he also used to feed the guppies to other fish as well. And I know it's kind of like nature and all that, but yeah, I don't really know how I felt about it. I don't think I'd have ever put a video on YouTube doing that anyway. Jesus. I got banned from Facebook groups for polling about euthanizing fish, so I don't know, doing live feeding. Crazy. Robbo, the army. I'll tell you what else I as well, buddy. Cribs. My cribensis, my cribensis and my angelfish. This tank is more like a brothel, to be perfectly honest, for fish. At the moment, I currently have cribensis babies down that side, cribensis babies down that side. There's definitely a bit of action going on behind me regarding the angelfish, because like Sonny Jim with his gold head is normally there and he's over here. So, and there's been a little bit of tension in there for the past couple of days. So we'll see. I know for a fact that the angels are pretty close to getting ready to spawn. So we'll have to see on tomorrow's stream. We'll just see whether we might not be able to do the water change on there tomorrow. Although they're not very successful at keeping the young, and I have no capacity of moving them out to another tank anywhere. They're not really that successful, but I don't like to hamper their chances of spawning. So if when I come back tomorrow afternoon and the lights are on, if the angelfish are pecking away at something, getting it clean, I know they're getting ready to spawn. So that'll be it. The tank will just get left and we'll take it from there. Just let them spawn, let them do the thing. My angelfish are pretty crap parents, but they might not be in there much longer anyway. Reese, I looked into opening a shop years ago, mate. I've looked into opening a shop, and I also looked into doing a business where you kind of set up fish tanks for like restaurants and maybe like old folks' homes and things like that, and then doing the upkeep and having like a maintenance charge on them. And I looked into that, and to be honest, I think it would have been all right. And there's a company that do it now, Aqua Home, and they have a shop actually. Is it Aqua Home? I think it's called Aqua Home. They have a shop in Preston or Leyland Way as well, which is a pretty decent shop as well, Reese, actually. I think it's called Aqua Home. It's in a garden centre. It's like Leyland Way. I'm pretty sure it's Leyland Way. That's pretty decent. They have decent plants. They have a marine section. They have a decent plant section there as well. You are spoilt, mate. We are kind of spoilt in the Northwest, mate. If you're willing to travel, there's some pretty decent places. Follow your dreams. I agree. Because you do not know what is round that next corner, guys. You don't know. I don't really talk much about it on stream, but like a good mate of mine, I'm 51, and a good mate of mine, 54, died last week, and got his funeral like a week on Monday, and he was 54 years old. You just don't know what's around the next corner. You've got to live life for today, because you do not know what's around the corner, guys. You don't. Honestly, it's frightening. So we always say when you get older, you start like going. Obviously, you start doing more funerals, but not when there's people that are your age. So in the past 6 months, I've lost 2 mates in the past 6 months. One was my age. I grew up with him. Used to live next door. He had a massive heart attack, passed away, and the mate here is like 54, cancer, dying. So it's like, live life, guys. Don't put off for tomorrow what you can do today, because tomorrow might just never come, mate. It's proper. It's pretty eye opening when some of your mates already start dying around you. God, don't want to get dead depressed. It's just mad, isn't it? It's just mad because you don't know what's around that corner. 50's still spring chicken. I know, mate. I know. Lost 2 mates in 6 months. Two mates in 6 months. Crazy. It's frightening. Right, guys, I think because the lights are going out, kind of losing a bit of light, I'm going to call it a day for tonight. There's not been much traffic coming through tonight, guys, but like I say, I kind of apologise. That guy threw me off a little bit tonight. But we are back tomorrow at 2:15 UK time, 2:15 in the afternoon. That'll be the usual tank maintenance day. And then we'll have a bit of a sit down and chat. And then it'll be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 o'clock in the evening to do the live fish club meets. And then again, like I say, Saturdays. I do have videos at launch Friday afternoons, every Friday afternoon at 3:15. The video that launched today is a tour of all my fish tanks, and go through all the plants that are in there, all the fish that are in there. So everyone's interested in what the tanks are, then that's well worth a watch. There's loads of videos on my channel. It's all educational, guys. Give them a watch. Hopefully you like them. Click the like button, click the share button, notification button. Thanks for joining us today, guys. Thank you to all my mods for all the work you do. Thanks very much. I really do appreciate it. And I'm going to go and check out that shop in Leeds, Robbo. I'm going to go and Google it now. And hopefully we'll see you all back tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your evening, guys. And good night. See you soon. Bye.